Let's talk about microdosing GLP-1 medications. Hi, if you don't know who I am, my name is Nikki, and I've been on GLP-1 medications for over 2 years now, which is absolutely insane. I've lost almost 80 pounds using these medications, almost 100 from my highest weight. And on this channel, I share my story of weight loss and everything else that comes with it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So if you are here, I just want to say a huge thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this community, because honestly, it's just so much more fun with you here. So thank you. I don't know what's been happening lately, but my videos are starting to blow up and my videos are starting to be seen, and you guys are commenting. You guys are showing me that this is a topic that needs to be talked about. GLP-1 medications need to be out in the world. People need to know that they are available, and people need to know how they can change lives, because these medications have completely changed my life. I have gone from this to this in 2 years. But what I will tell you is that because I am a micro doser, it has been a little bit slow, and that's okay. I lost most of my weight the very first 9 months of my journey. So the first 9 months was a significant drop in weight. I mean, it was still slow, but it was a good amount. I lost about 50 pounds that first year of 2023. I started at the end of March, beginning of April, and lost about 50 pounds that year. And then in the entirety of 2025, I only lost 22 pounds. And so far this year, it is going really slow as well. I have about 35 pounds left until I hit goal. But the reason why it's taking me so much longer than most of the people around me that started with me is because I am a micro doser. So let's talk about, what does that mean in the GLP world? And how does it really affect me and make it to where my weight loss journey is so much slower than those around me? Because there are people that I started with in March of 2023. We found each other on TikTok and we have been friends since then. And I have watched these people get completely to their goal weight. Some of them have been maintaining for months, and they lost the same amount of weight that I need to lose, but their weight loss has been much faster because they've been able to stick to the normal dosing schedule when it comes to GLP-1 medications. And I want to make sure that I'm very clear in a couple things, because I've gotten some comments on some of my videos and I want to make sure it's very clear. I take these medications for obesity management. I am not diabetic. I do not take them to manage diabetes. I take them for obesity management. I also am not a doctor, so I am not in any way means trying to say or trying to make you believe that I am a doctor and that I am giving you this advice to follow for yourself. I am here sharing my journey and what I've done and what works for me. That's what this weight loss channel is about. This channel is about the story and about hopefully motivating you and giving you some ideas of what you could possibly talk about with your doctor. So when people comment down below and tell me that I'm telling people to do things wrong, I'm not telling anyone to do anything. I am telling you what I do, and I'm going to keep it completely real and honest, and I'm not going to make things up and pretend that I'm somebody that I'm not. That's just not who I am, and it's not going to happen. So if you want to leave a comment like that down below, go for it. I'm probably going to say something super smart-assy back, but that's okay. I mean, those comments are fun, and you're still giving me recognition, and you're still helping my algorithm. So really, it's fine. A little bit of a side note though. Okay. So I realized pretty early on that when I started dosing up, I would start having some significant side effects that I did not like. We talked about them a little bit in some of my other videos, but because of these side effects, I had decided that I cannot dose up according to the manufacturing dosing schedule. According to the dosing schedule, you're supposed to go from, on semaglutide, you're supposed to go 0.25, 0.50, it goes from 0.5 all the way up to 1, but some people will stick in a 0.75 there and then a 1. And then I think it's 1.2. I never went higher than this, but there's a couple other ones above that, right? That you're supposed to go and you're supposed to stay on one dose for 4 weeks and then move up. I realized pretty early on that I was not going to be able to get above on semaglutide. I could not get above the 0.5, the 5/10 milligram. I could not get above that without having side effects that I was not enjoying. So I stayed low. And sometimes I would even take less than 0.5. I would take 0.4 or 0.3 or 0.2 or 0.1, right? That is what microdosing is. So microdosing is taking less than an actual like manufactured dose, or taking between, or just staying low and not ever actually dosing all the way up. That's what microdosing is, and that's what I have had to do just because I don't have a choice. I cannot dose up without having significant side effects that I cannot do my daily job and my daily functions. I can't be a mom and a teacher and have to run to the restroom every 5 minutes with like explosive diarrhea. I know, TMI, but I can't do that, right? So I've managed to realize that I have to microdose. So when I switched over to tirzepatide from semaglutide, I started at 2.5 milligrams, which is the baby dose. Looking back, I kind of wish I had started a little bit lower than that, because the 2.5 milligram dose was amazing for me. It did its job. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. And I stayed on the 2.5 milligram dose for, I believe, like 5 to 6 weeks. And then I moved up to the 5 milligram dose. Again, I wish I had slowly moved up, because what I realized was once I got to the 7.5 milligram dose, that's when those side effects started coming again. And at one point, I actually tried to go to a 10 milligram dose and I could not do it. I had anxiety. It was not a fun dose for me. And I went all the way back down to 5 milligrams. And now I'm like tinily, slowly going up. I'm doing like, so if it's like, and this is just a random number, so don't throw anything at me, but say I'm doing 30 units. And the next like manufactured dose would be 50 units. I'm going 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So I'm like upping my units by like 5 every single time. So that way I'm between the 5 milligram and the 7.5 milligram. And I haven't even hit 7.5 milligrams again, because I'm microdosing every single week to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to avoid the side effects that I do not want. And I personally don't see anything wrong with this, because I feel like you can take less medicine than is prescribed. The less medicine you're taking, the better, in my opinion. But again, that's my opinion. Talk to your doctor. Tell your doctor about the side effects you're having. Ask about microdosing if this is something that you want to do. But ultimately, it is what I've done, and it has helped quite a bit. If you watched my last video, you do know that I am wondering if some of my side effects have to do with my PMDD, which is a PMS, like menstrual cycle situation. And I'm wondering if by going back on birth control, these side effects will change and I'll be able to start microdosing up to a higher dose. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that are up in the air right now until I get back onto birth control, because I was off birth control for like a year and a half. Like almost all of this journey where the weight loss slowed down, it was after I got off birth control. So I'm wondering when I get back on birth control if my weight loss will actually pick up, which is kind of crazy to think. And maybe I'll be able to start dosing up a little bit higher. Again, I don't know. It's kind of all over the place. I feel like this journey is all over the place. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. There's just your way, and you've got to figure out the way that you want to do this journey. GLP-1 medications are a life-changing medication that can help you on your weight loss journey if you've tried everything else and nothing is working, and you're on your last like willingness to like do anything to lose the weight. I just need you to know that it's not over. You can try GLP-1 medications. Talk to your doctor. Talk to a telehealth. If you want, I do have Amble's information down below. That's who I get my medication from. They are a full service telehealth company that you can get set up with, and you can start life-changing GLP-1 medications for yourself. Try them and see if they help you like they've helped me and many other people. I also want to do a little bit of a shout out here and let you guys know that Those of you that are sharing your journey here on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, no matter where you're sharing your journey, even in person, talking about them to the people around you, I just want to say thank you. And I want you to know that even if you are getting people that are commenting back at you with things that are so ignorant and stupid, I need you to hold the line with me. Hold the line with me, because these medications can help so many people, and the less shame around it, the better. The more people who are getting on board, the more people who are standing up and saying, yes, I am taking these medications, and yes, they have changed my life, and I am healthier than I have ever been because of these medications. That is what we need. That is what's going to help so many other people. We can't let them win. Right? We can't let the people who think that you should just be eating less and moving more, cannot let them win. All right. That's my little bit of a motivational TED Talk at the end of this video. Just a side note, my scale said 181 pounds this morning, which is the lowest that I've been. So that's pretty cool. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and let me know that you made it this far by typing 181 down in the comments, so then I know you actually watched my whole video and you are a ride or die. Thank you so much. And if you want to get to know me even more, or you want to just binge some of my content, go ahead and watch this video next, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.